here. So mom can call you again. So remember your hand signal this time. There you go.
Slippers. Mat. Slippers. Mat.
Get her attention.
Slip. Slippy dip. Slippy dip.
There you go. Tell her now.
Mat. Slippers.
So when you think about it, dogs pay attention to body language. So if we just say, go to your mat, or sometimes if we just even point, if they don't know the behavior yet, they're not really going to get it. It's like they just happen to be there, as opposed to having something that they like to follow. So that's why a lot of times I will use that sweeping arm to get the attention so the dog will come. So I think that what... So, go ahead and ask her for it. There you go. Click that.
Excellent.
Good.
Good girl.
So she's learning that it's good to sit in front of you because you've been working on the sit previously. So we know she has got a capability. What we now have to work on, separate from all this going on, is having her come to the mat. Okay? So I think if you're home and you work on this, you'll probably see where she's picking it up just like she picked up the sit and the hand targeting and her name. Good job, sweet girl.
Girl.
It's like, ah, yes.
Slippers. Good girl.
Pepper, come.
All right, let me go see what they're doing. Come.
Yes, good girl. That was awesome. Were you a good girl? You were a good girl. I know you were a good girl.
Okay, Mom.
Slippers, come. What a good girl. What a good girl.
And now spend a little time petting her and telling her how good she
What a
was.
smart girl you are.
Good job.
You're the smartest. You're the smartest.
So, how do you play this by yourself?
Yeah.
Hey, girlfriend. You ready? Slippers, come. Oh, good girl. So you toss her a treat so she goes away. Gives you a chance to call again. So, that makes sense? Cool.
Stay. Come back.
And if you want to, you can start on polite greeting. Slippers.
Hey, woo! Come. Ah, yes, good girl. I know it. I see you. That's such a good girl.
It doesn't matter, just say the word. And then I would have some kibble at that point. Work it in your house. When she can come from different rooms, then you can start doing it outside. But you're going to start close again, and if you've got somebody to work with you, you're back close.
Slippers. Slippers. Slippy dip. Hey, baby. Come. Slippers.
So don't say her name, make some funny noise.
Good girl.
I just wouldn't pull that treat out because, again, that becomes the bride.
The lure.
Yep. So, but remember, you say it too many times and she may say, I'm done with this behavior, Mom, let's move on. You say off, but then the next person who comes up, she jumps up, you say off, so she's still jumping, right? So it's a way to tell her, you know, off of them, that's okay, but it's not going to stop the behavior you want to stop. So we think of it in terms of teaching an alternative behavior, something like a sit. So every time she comes up to you or comes up to a person, you're asking her to sit, and that leash that she has on her is very helpful. So what I want you to do is get the leash. And I want you to hold it halfway down so that she's much closer to you. Yeah, we reinforce it by looking down. We can't help ourselves, right?
I tried to look away and turn my body away.
But it's just sort of like, and I don't even turn my back because they're not stupid, they'll still jump. So what I want you to do is as I step forward, you ask her to sit.
Slippers. Sit.
But don't pull back.
Sit.
Now you can give her the hand signal because she's distracted.
Slippers. Sit.
Good. Now click and treat. So. Ask her.
Sit. Slippers. Sit.
But don't pull back.
Sit.
Good. Because when we pull back, they're going to pull against us or she'll go into a sit because she pulled back. So one thing to think about, let's try this. I'm going to do something a little different. So, do this. Perfect. So she's now tethered, so she can't get away. So that means we both can do this.
Oh, no, no. She just got out of her thing. She's totally
You
untethered.
can get out of yourself, can't you?
And that's on there pretty tight. How did she do that?
Some of these harnesses, they can back out of.
Really? You didn't even give me a chance to go get stuff to work with you.
Is that a
What do
good
you think?
idea? Is
Can you
that a
sit?
good idea?
Hey, can you sit?
See, I don't like that confinement stuff.
Really? Come here, come here. So here's what I'm gonna do.
She's gonna go to a corner and then roll over and have me put it on.
So instead of that,
Well, you don't have to go in. Oh,
I'm not happy. And it's, don't you have to leave pretty soon?
Is it 10 after? Yeah.
So,
We're doing loose leash.
Slippers.
Called. You could go to your mat.
polite greeting,
What's going
Like
on,
reading.
baby?
She's doing great.
good,
We
good.
can't, no, we're not gonna meet the other doggy today. We're not gonna meet the other doggy today. No.
So-
No. It's all
You're pretty much done. If you think they're doing okay,
Okay.
they could. Let me go talk to them. You stay here
Okay.
for a sec. Because, you've done all three.
Can you show our body?
Okay.
Off. Good. Good. I know. Just need some love. I know. There you go. She's sweet. She's okay. Okay. I'll see you next week. I'll be here next week. Good. I'll see you then.
Okay. Have a good time.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Sit.
Give her the hand signal. But hold it. Now toss it. Toss it. Okay. So I'm gonna take a step, ask her.
Sit.
Toss it behind you. There you go. Good. So she can go get it. Now, don't say anything. Hi, Slippers. Very good girl.
Very good now.
So, hi, Slippers. Don't say anything. Hi, baby girl. Don't say anything. Hi. Just stay there. Hi. What do you think? Now ask her.
Slippers, sit.
Give her the hand signal. Toss a treat. Same thing. I'm going to take a step. Reload. Hi, Slippers. Don't say anything. She says, I'm caught, Mom. Hi, Slippers. Excellent. Good girl. That's what I wanted you to do. What a good girl. Get that one. Good girl. Hi, girlfriend. Hi. Hi. Excellent. Good job. Good job. So where you can go from there is people at the moment are calmly walking up. Then it might be, hi. Yeah, good girl.
Is she amazing?
So you build it, okay? And then one of the most difficult ones for dogs to usually deal with is hands going up and down, right? In terms of, hi. What? Yes, good girl. So they can learn, okay? So that's where you can have people come over and help you with this in terms of her learning to be able to
You want me to do
greet
it?
politely.
To do a different
Yeah.
person?
You can do something else where you play the find it game. So,
Oh, yeah, we threw
yeah,
forward.
there you go.
Yeah.
yeah. And I try to think of bowling it just enough that it'll be where my next step will be. So instead of just turning around with her, you always want to turn so she stays on your left. So you want her on your left side, because right now she's on your right. So you kind of want to be on the left, and you bowl it forward. And then, but not so, there you go. Those kind of rolls. So try these, because these won't bounce as much.
Use the flubber ones. Have to get unbouncy treats.
Well, you know, these are just flat. That doesn't say
Yeah.
that these won't bounce, but these tend to be flatter. So try these. And so turn around so you're gonna kind of walk that way.
Come on, Slippers, come on.
No, I was gonna have you just come and stand next to her because you always want her on your left. So if she's on your left now, you can walk to the door that way. There you go. Toss another. Good. Now help her turn by putting your hand in front of her with a treat, guiding her around like you're doing.
This way. Let's turn
Good.
around. Good girl.
And then go ahead and toss.
Good girl.
And then toss ahead. Good.
Good girl.
Much better. There you go. Good.
Girl.
Good. Does that make sense?
Come on. Good girl. Good girl.
So, I always practice this inside first because you have to get your rhythm. You have to get comfortable with having this, you know, I usually say find it and toss that treat. So you get into a rhythm of helping the dog. And then, and yourself as well in terms of how you're walking with the dog. And then as you get comfortable in the house, you can go into your backyard. So you get comfortable in the backyard, start up your driveway. So you're kind of making a distance goal. Can I go from the top of the driveway to a crack in the driveway? And she's walking with me. Because once you go outside, you are competing with the rest of the world. And in her mind, the rest of the world is more interesting. So that's where you might have to have something like cheese when you go outside to practice walking. Because not only is it higher value, but it's a bit easier for her to see.
Slip.
She just wants to go sniff where the other dog has been.
And let her go.
Yeah, you can let her go. Does that make sense in terms of working? So overall, I think she's doing really well. I do think what prevents her from really easily doing the behaviors in here is because she hears the other dog.